We're watching a lot of good TV
Yeah,
again.
good
That's
TV.
good.
Better
True.
Call Saul came out Sunday, Monday.
Right?
What did you guys think about that?
I mean, just the way that it came out right after Walking Dead just kind of made Walking Dead look stupid.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
Really, really made, because I hated that episode of The Walking Dead.
You know,
for one.
I've heard you say that since it, on Facebook in particular.
all over the place.
every beginning of a season or half season, you just shit all over The Walking Dead, and you keep watching it. You are dedicated to that show.
It's tradition by now, I'm
Yeah.
sure. But I mean, I don't really agree with that. I thought the episode was okay. Like it was all right. I didn't think it was terrible.
Well, okay. Spoilers ahead. If you have not watched the mid-season finale or mid-season premiere,
Two, 3, 2, 1.
the episode itself was good. The way that the cinematography of it, the tone of it was really good. I liked the fact that what you were watching, you thought it was for Beth, and it
Right.
turned out to be for Tyrese, which is really cool. I like the flip of
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
What bothered me and what drags down the show is the way he went. You're not watching it, so you don't really care.
I mean, I'm not even gonna pretend like I know what I'm
Okay,
talking
so-
about.
David literally popped in on like the biggest spoilery scene you could possibly walk into. for
no
that
fucks
show.
given, 0 fucks.
The room where there's literally everybody that has died in the past seasons.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's
So
like,
I wa-
so they're all dead, huh?
Yeah.
So,
I walked
okay, so,
in.
yeah, you
I
saw
walked
it
in.
then.
This is the biggest revelation from me. Oh, he's on the wire. Oh, he's on the wire.
Yeah.
Oh, that guy's on the wire too. That's how
They're
long
just
it's
taking
been.
a bunch of Wire characters.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, so then you saw it. The way that Tyrese got bit is indicative of the show itself. They take a character who has run its course, character-wise, whatever arc they felt that they were going to do with that character, they do it.
Right.
Then that character takes on a drastic shift in development, and you know they're gonna get it, and then they get it in like the worst way. Like Tyrese, for instance, is like this gentle giant and stuff. He's in the car, and all of a sudden he's all philosophical and stuff, and it's like Tyrese is dying today.
You are
That's
dead.
what's happening. He's dying today. I called it when I was watching. I'm like, something's about to happen to him. This
Yeah.
is weird. Same thing with Bob, the another
Bob.
The other guy from The Wire.
the black dude who didn't have a leg.
Oh yeah, D.
Yeah, D.
Okay.
Same thing with him. First, he's an alcoholic. He's spastic. He doesn't really know what he's kind of crazy.
Right. That's when he was safe.
Yeah. So then he starts to mellow out. Then he becomes like this carefree hippie and whatever, man. You know,
Right.
just fucking the
Oh, he's in
journey's the
love, too.
destination, man.
He's in love.
Then he finds a girl, and it's like that motherfucker's dying in
You
at
are
least
so
one or
dead.
two
They
episodes.
couldn't paint it any clearer for you.
No, exactly.
It's like they hold you by the hand and like, here's how a storyline usually goes.
Yeah, the build up to it is insane. Daryl's brother, Merle.
Merle.
He's a racist piece of shit. He's like the worst human being on the planet.
I guess what happens to him? Okay, he dies. He has a turn of character. He loves everybody all of a sudden
He
and
doesn't-
comes to peace with himself.
He comes to peace with
Yeah.
himself.
Yep.
He gives his life.
He
for the group.
sacrifices. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So a selfless act.
Way out of character. That's like a totally different human being.
Yeah.
They do it all the time.
But do you think at some point was it really selfless, or was he just tired of putting up with all the shit?
Maybe.
Maybe. A lot of black people around him that he had to deal with.
Well, not in this show.
Damn.
Yeah, right? So that's the other thing.
Jesus.
You introduce one black character and you have to kill the other one off. So
Yeah.
now they've got Everybody Hates Chris. They've got to kill off
Yes,
Tyrese.
they do.
And
Yes,
once they bring back Abraham,
Yeah.
they're probably going to kill off Michonne or Everybody Hates Chris.
Yeah. I mean, he can go.
Calling it right now, episode 49. If
Are
they
you-
bring in Abraham and they kill one of the other black characters,
Why do you keep calling him Everybody Hates Chris? Is it the kid from
Yeah,
Everybody?
yeah,
Hates
yeah, sorry, yeah.
That's the only thing I know him
That's
from.
I don't know his name, and that's the only thing
Yeah.
I've ever seen him in.
Yep.
So
But enough about a shitty show. Let's talk about a good show.
there you go.
So the premiere came out. Didn't know what to expect. We talked about it before.
Yep.
To me, it pretty much looks like it's going to fulfill our predictions.
Yeah.
I'm very
it
happy
is.
about that.
Oh, yeah.
I
It
watched
is.
the second episode because I was out of town on while it aired
Monday.
a few minutes ago, and I really enjoyed it. I like the way it ended. I like that they touched back. I knew at the end of episode 1, as soon as I saw the old Spanish lady, I connected. I was like, that's Tuco.
Yep. Yep.
It was awesome.
And lo and behold, it is.
Yeah, it was great.
But I like the similarity I was talking to Gavin, I saved it for saying it here. Between Better Call Saul and Breaking Bad that I saw was that the two main characters, Walter White and Jim McGill, if that is his real name, that I saw were pretty much soft-hearted losers that got into a criminal game and eventually acclimated and became part of their lifestyles.
Right.
So that looks like where it's going. It's pretty much looking like Breaking Bad 2 in my opinion, but that's not a bad thing.
Right.
Because I like that it's a little bit different. Saul is a different character than what Walter White was.
Yeah.
And he can go in a lot of different directions.
Right.
And he becomes a very different character than Walter
exactly.
White did.
Yeah, you can see him in episode 2 stepping up and actually getting a hold of his lawyering and how he talked those two guys. Man, when they broke those guys' legs.
Oh, man. Kidding me right now?
It was the best scene.
It was the best because Tuco goes, "You see that? It's going backwards." Like he says it. It's light. He says it in passing.
No, but see, that's exactly what I was talking about when we were all saying we hope it's going to be a really dark comedy. Mm-hmm. Like the opening defendants he's trying to get off.
Yeah.
They fucked the head. They sliced it off and fucked it. Like, if you can't get darker than that in a dark comedy.
I like how
nobody got hurt though.
Nope. I like how that entire scene was built too, where you slowly put the pieces together and it gets worse and worse the more you get.
Yeah.
And eventually you're like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Well, see, that's what I was telling Nicole. I was trying to tell her like how good it is with Breaking Bad and now with Better Call Saul. They don't just give you stuff and say, this is what's happening, this is where it's going. You know, they sprinkle details in, then you start to put it together, like with Saul's
father.
No, that's his brother.
That's his brother? Chuck's his brother?
I had to look
Fuck
that
you.
up. Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people assumed it was his father.
Well, he's really old.
I thought it was
but
his
I mean,
father.
he's calling him Chuck.
You son of
don't
a
call
bitch.
your dad Chuck.
I mean, something
It
could have
may
happened.
have been a weird relationship.
Yeah. I mean, he's a weird dude.
It's
so.
his brother.
Okay.
Fuck you.
Anyway.
And your internet.
Well, there you go. You didn't even know that. So,
yeah.
But they don't reveal that to you. They don't give you that. What
For
they
a
do
reason, Marco.
Is whatever. They give you like a snapshot of that happening in those people's lives.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like in real life, we don't talk about something and then give you backstory on everything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you just get into
it's
that
more
conversation.
Natural. And it doesn't in the writing process. It doesn't matter at that point what their relationship is. You see what their relationship is, and that's all you need to know.
Yeah, it's like you finding out, like about you meet a new friend, and you may hear them on the phone about, talking to their mother, their father about something, and then later on you get more details about it.
Right.
So you're the character development, like you guys said, feels very natural. That's how you get to know somebody. It's like you get a piece of a story, and then you delve deeper into their lives as you get to know them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it's very cool. It's very good writing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean it's basically living up to the hype so far. 2 episodes in, which is not a lot of episodes, but Breaking Bad, the first season of Breaking Bad, it's not great. It's good, but it's not like best television show of all time good.
Yeah.
No.
It's building a lot.
But Better Call Saul is starting off really good.
Going off the momentum that was left from Breaking Bad.
Yeah, and the lessons I'm sure that they learned making such a great TV show.
Right, they learned from it. They're riding that momentum, like you said, but it feels like they're comfortable now. Vince Gilligan knows exactly what he wants to say, whereas Breaking Bad felt like a journey that we were with him on as trying to develop the characters. Like, excuse me, it's a pretty famous story that. Jesse Pinkman wasn't even supposed to be part of the show.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like they wrote him in because
Yeah.
And that kind of shows you the journey that Vince Gilligan took and the audience took with him. Is like he was writing this guy out of the show in the first season, and then to see that he is a pretty pivotal character. Same thing with this now. I feel like he's confident and he knows the story that he wants to tell. So it's going to be a lot. I think the pace is going to be a lot better. The writing's obviously going to be better. It's already started off better, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. So,
and I mean, Vince Gilligan starting off on this series just has so much more available to him now too. Because going back to that story about Pinkman not being, supposed to be in the rest of that series and being such a pivotal part of that series of Breaking Bad. Imagine the good fortune they had in having such a good character actor for that role.
Right.
Imagine if they didn't have such good Pinkman.
Right.
And they had to write him out because he didn't have that range to pull that off.
Yeah. Yeah, to have Bob Odenkirk and you already know what he brings to the table. Yeah.
And then all these, bit characters that they have that they sprinkle into this
Mike
series.
is gonna be Saul's Jesse.
Yeah.
So so you can watch how that relationship builds, which is always great. It's the great thing about prequels. You know where they're going, so that part is already. So like anytime Saul's life is in danger, for instance, you know he's not going to die because you know what happens. But just to be, I mean, for me, like when Tuco had the gun to his head, like I was, even though in the back of my mind I'm like, well, I know he's not going to die. I was still in it, like, holy shit, this is fucking intense. You know what I'm saying? So that's good writing. That's what that is.
Yeah, and then to top it off, it started really strong.
Yeah,
that intro scene was just
God. Great, just great TV, man. The black and white intro. Yeah. Oh, come on, are you kidding me?
Yeah,
so good.
It takes you again a little while to figure out what's going on, but once you do, you're like,
well, and that's exactly it. They don't give it to you. They just put it there, and then you put the pieces together. When I turned it on, I'm like, the fuck is going on right now? Then you see like he's older, you see the mustache, you see the bald spot.
Right. Then he gets home, he throws the videotape on.
Well, before that, when he gets freaked out by the big guy who stands up to come, I'm like, holy shit. Yeah. Okay, I see what's going on. He's scared for his life. Yep. Yeah, and then he goes home, puts the videotape on. You're like, man, this dude is sad.
Yeah.
This is his life now.
Right.
And then, oh man, what a good start. I really have high hopes for this show.
Yeah, funny enough, I was talking to my boss about it, and we were saying, imagine if they already filmed like the last scene in the very last season of Better Call Saul now.
Right.
And they have that already like in that flashback or flash forward sequence.
Yeah.
And they already have that planned out. It wouldn't surprise me.
No.
The way that these shows go. But it's crazy to think of they can actually finish the show after Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
Now. There's so many possibilities that they can do.
Yeah.
Within that storyline. Yeah. See, okay, now let me explain. My only sort of cautious side to the show is I don't want it to just be like, note for note, here's this guy. Oh, and in this episode, here's this guy from Breaking Bad. And then here's this other guy from Breaking Bad. It's like Albuquerque's not that small. Come on.
That's true.
Like it can't be like an episode of Scooby-Doo where, you have that character of the week type deal. So I want them to expand a bit.
Yeah.
But I do like what we've seen so far, as long as they don't go overboard with it.
Well, yeah, and I think they've started off pretty well as far as that goes, as far as having like the law firm being a huge conflict, his brother with his weird unexplained illness, like those are from what I believe is those are going to be like pretty pivotal plots to kind of deal with, because as far as his brother goes, like the illness, when did the illness start? How does that affect the law firm? Is
it even real?
Right. I think he just has like dementia or something. Yeah. That's the only way I can explain it, because he's afraid of technology. Yeah, basically.
Well, he has this
electronics.
A hypersensitivity to like the electromagnetic waves given off by electronics.
What the hell does that even mean?
Apparently, it's a real disease.
I don't know if it is though.
I'm gonna look it up.
We're gonna get one guy sending us hate mail that has that.
I'm pretty sure. I hope you realize.
No, he can't send us hate mail.
That's true.
Or he doesn't know our addresses.
He's got to. Yeah, he's got to do.
He would have to touch a computer to send us hate mail.
He's not listening. First of all.
Yeah, that's true. So yeah.
Unless someone records it on a cassette for him.
We're home free then.
All right.
So
good.
fuck that guy.
Right.
Oh, disabled.
Anyway, it started off pretty promising.
Yeah,
right,
for sure.
So that exceeded our hopes.
Yep.